Friday, and welcome to another edition of Live with Jasmine. Today, we are diving into camera confidence. That is something that plagues so many people, and I just want to help you kind of get through it. So, I'm going to go through some of the things that keep us from feeling more confident on camera, and then go into some solutions that you can take right now. Like, you'll be able to walk away from this video with action steps that you can use right now. You ready? All right. So one of the things that before we start, if you're watching from the Facebook group, then please put in click the link that says, what does it say? Click the link to allow me to see who's chatting, because Facebook and Restream aren't really friends all the time, and we want them to play nice together. All right. So, some of the things that keep us from feeling confident, and that lack of confidence is keeping us from going on camera, are as follows. These are the most common. So the biggest one is the fear of being judged. No one wants to feel like they're stupid. No one wants to have some internet troll, telling them, some negative story that is probably not even true. They're just projecting. But that's the biggest thing that keeps us from moving forward, because we have this story in our head that people are going to see me on camera. They're going to say, why is she putting herself out there? I don't want to hear what she has to say. And, she's bothering my feed, or just whatever. Right. So it's easier to not do anything than it is to have that in your head. So I'm going to help you get that out of your head. So fear of judgment is the number one thing. The second biggest thing that keeps people from feeling confident on camera is appearance, and it's there's a lot of societal pressure, and the internet is just this big, vast place of people and things, experiences and stories, and the influencers and all these different things. And we see these, and we may have a vision in our heads that we're supposed to look a certain way. We're supposed to sound a certain way. We're supposed to dress a certain way. So when you have that in your head, it's that much more challenging to go on camera and be who you are. Um, you know, so for me, right, you might have noticed I'm not, like a 5'10", blonde hair, blue eyed, very thin white woman, right? But if you look at social media, you might think those are the people who are the influencers, and those are the people who show up on camera, and they've got the great lives, and they're doing all the things that you might want to do with your business, and it doesn't matter, because they're them, they're and you're you. So that appearance, that outward appearance, is something that can keep a lot of people from feeling confident and feeling comfortable on camera. And I'm here to tell you, you can be you and still rock the heck out of anything that you want to do. So don't let, you know, someone with 15 million followers tell you that this is the aesthetic that the internet wants. Your people want to see you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But we'll talk a little bit more about appearance in a second. But then the other thing is, and it kind of goes with being judged, fear of being judged, but it's the fear of making mistakes. And we all make mistakes, and we think that we have to be perfect. And I'm speaking directly to the ladies, because a lot of times we suffer from perfection syndrome. We need everything to be perfect. We have to know everything, how it's going to work, how it's going to look, before we step out there and do it. And we have to get our minds around all the things before we actually do it. And again, you don't have to do it. Just jump in. Just jump in and do it. It'll be scary the first time, and I can't say that it won't be. Um, but it'll be rewarding. And if you make a mistake, so what? You're not doing, heart surgery. That's one of the first things an anchor told me at my one of my TV jobs, and I was very young. So I started, for anyone who doesn't know, I started off in television at 15, and I was on camera. And talk about fear of being judged. Now, granted, this was before the internet, but my very first time on television, on camera, was being on television on a set surrounded by lights, cameramen. They were all men at the time. Cameramen, huge TV cameras that I had to read from, and I didn't have glasses or contacts, and I couldn't see, so I had to memorize everything, and that was very difficult to do, I have to say. And then what I did, who I was broadcast throughout all of Philadelphia, which is a large city in America if you're not in the US. It's a large city. So, all across Philadelphia, twice a day, plus parts of southern New Jersey, all of Delaware, and parts of Maryland. So, we had 4 states that I was being broadcast in as a 15-year-old who was short, fat, couldn't see, and a little petrified. Not gonna lie, a little petrified those first couple of times. And I was a teenager, again, so teens are cruel. And I mean, they were cruel before, they're super cruel now on the internet for folks. But I could, if I'm out in the mall, people would see me and they would recognize me. And I knew I had to get over that fear and become really good because people saw who I was. So if I could do that at 15, you can do it at whatever age you are right now. So that's just a little aside. But if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. So that's how I started that story. Sorry, that's how I started that. One of my first production job in television after I went behind the scenes, I made a mistake, and the director yelled at me for so long. I broke out in tears right there on the newsroom set. Broke out in tears. And my anchor at the time said, it's just TV. No one dies if you make a mistake. So that's what I want to impart to you as you go off to do a video or to go live. It's just a Facebook Live. It's just a LinkedIn Live. It's just a video. No one, no one's life hangs in the balance if you make a mistake. You dust yourself off and move on. And I mean, laugh about it. If that's your personality, laugh about it. I make mistakes, and it is what it is. I'm not perfect. I wish I were. I try to be, but it's not going to happen. So, and honestly, version done is better than version none. So that is something to always keep in mind as you have these top 3 fears in your head. The fear of judgment, the fear of making mistakes, and the fear of how you look or how you sound. So now that we've gone through these common things that happen to everyone practically when they're starting out, let's go into some solutions because I love solutions. So if you're watching the replay, look, a mistake. If you're watching the replay, put replay in the chat. But I want everyone who's watching to write down these steps or bookmark it or something. Save this video so you can, refer back to it. So the biggest thing that you can do to help boost your confidence before you go on camera is to control your environment. So, if it's your first time, your second time, whatever it is, and you're still just unsure or uneasy, don't go live in the middle of like a crowded room. Like I've done that before when I'm trying to make a point on something, and it's totally fun. But people will stare at you. So you not only have like your live video audience, you have an audience behind you who are all standing around staring at you, wondering what it is that you're doing. And I would do it when I was with my network marketing company because I would be at different events all over the world for my company. And I got to show potential business builders what it's like when you rise to the ranks of this company. So I would go live all the time and then also help, customers, potential customers to see kind of like what like some of the new products are, and again they might turn into business builders for me. So just doing things like that. But control your environment. So if you're going live for the first time or you're recording for the first time, then be in a space that's comfortable for you. Make a nice quiet space in your house if you can. um, you might have to be creative depending on your living situation, or go into a park, during the day when it's not crowded, not at lunchtime when everybody is there to, eat their lunch and just, be out of their office. So, and control your environment. That's going to go a long way in helping you to feel more confident and more comfortable on camera because this is your space. Practice, right? So, and this is a two-parter. So I want you to practice, but not practice to the point where it's robotic and rote. You still want to be um, authentic. You still want to be free thinking and flowing, but you need some structure and you need to know what you're going to say. Because if you don't know what you're going to say or how you're going to say it, then that's another layer of nerves that will keep you from feeling comfortable and confident on camera. So this is the part two to that, is to prepare your content in advance. So you need something to practice, right? So prepare your content in advance and practice it. And it may just be as simple as making bullet points. You don't have to write out an entire script unless you're doing something, excuse me, unless you're doing something where it needs to be exact word by word, in which case I suggest you do use a teleprompter app. And there is a video on this page where I talk about teleprompter apps. I won't go into that here. We don't have that time. But for most people, you don't need the teleprompter app. You just need to know what you're going to say, have it prepared in advance, and then practice. Practice in front of the mirror. Practice walking while you're doing it. That can really help to calm the nerves because you're thinking about something else rather than what you're trying to practice. So just play around with that and see what works for you. When we talked about, our appearance, wear something that boosts your confidence. If you're doing a video where you're standing and you look great in pants and, high heel shoes, then make sure you wear some, kick-ass pants and high heel shoes. Whatever it is, dress with confidence, dress with with what makes you feel good. If you love dresses, feminine style, do that. If you like big, bright, bold colors, do that. Do whatever it is that's going to help you to feel like the most amazing version of yourself. And that's what you want to present to your audience, because when you look good, you feel good. So when you feel good, you're going to do well on camera. That's just the bottom line. And I won't go into like makeup and hair and all of that because that really is a personal preference for folks. Um, I like to wear makeup all the time, so you'll rarely see me on camera without it. If my message is important enough that it needs to, like, my brain is like, it has to go out right now, and I haven't put on makeup yet, then I'm going to do it. But for the most part, you'll see me with makeup. Um, but again, that's a personal preference. It's my choice. Some people don't wear makeup at all. So you do you and don't worry about anyone else. Okay? Um Test your outfit out in front of the camera. So you have what you want to wear, you have your power, your power suit or whatever it is that's, your suit of armor. Then you just want to test it out on camera, take a look, and see how it plays on camera for you. And if you like it, then boom, you are solid, you're gold. Then go ahead and record your video, because now you know that you look good, you feel good, and now you're going to be bursting with that confidence. Okay. But if you need a little bit more, then, there are some relaxation techniques that you can use. So we love to have relaxation techniques. And I'm putting the final touches on the Fear No Video Summit. And I'm putting this in the chat because it starts in 2 weeks and it's going to be amazing. And during the Fear No Video Summit, we have a lot of expert speakers who are helping you with confidence. So, and they go a lot deeper than I'm going into it with this live. But, we talk about, NLP for confidence. We talk about tapping, power poses, and just a lot of different things. See, I'm sitting up straight because sitting up straight helps you with your confidence too. But we talk about a lot of different ways that you can, feel better, how you can calm those nerves and everything before you go on camera. So it's a 3-day event. So you'll get a lot of great input. And so that's one of them. And that's, confidence. And again, I have a lot of people talking about confidence, different ways to feel confident, different ways to calm yourself, different ways to present yourself. So check it out, fearnovideo.com/summit. It's free and it runs for 3 days. April 25th, 26th, and 27th. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great time. We have about 40 speakers who are talking about everything from confidence, as I said, to how to build a business, how to, get ready to leave your 9-to-5 job, taking leaps of faith to get from, your corporate gig to full-time entrepreneurship, how to do your finances, how to find money for your business. Yay, who doesn't want free money? So, AI, tech, marketing, branding, we've got a lot of stuff. So check out that link right there. So just click it. It's fearnovideo.com/summit. That is our free 3-day summit. Don't want to miss it for sure. So I'm just going to, before I go through a list of what we talked about, I just want to challenge you guys to create a video. If you haven't done one yet, I'm not saying, today go live, right? But I am saying to take your phone and record a 15-second video. You don't even have to post it anywhere. Just record a 15-second video with the camera facing you and introduce yourself to the world. 15 seconds. It can be as simple as, "Hi, I'm Jasmine. I love to travel. I love dogs and I love shoes and purses. Um, Thanks for watching." It can be super simple. Just 15 seconds introducing yourself to yourself, and you can get that out of the way. And that can help to calm some of those butterflies. So, going back through our list really fast, the top reasons that we don't go on camera, the top reasons that kill our confidence: fear of being judged, our appearance, whatever that is for you, whatever that looks like for you, and the fear of making mistakes. And some of the ways that we can get over that is to control our environment. So have a nice quiet space for your first time out, whether it's live or recorded. Control your space, practice what you're going to say. And with that, you want to make sure that you prepare your comments. You want to have an outline of what you're going to talk about. You don't need a full script because that's going to make you sound more rehearsed and rote and not just free flowing and thinking. So, and it's not as engaging either if you're just reading from a script. So, practice and prepare. You also want to dress with confidence in whatever it is that boosts how you feel. So if that's a bold red lip, do that. If it's, a ball gown, heck, do your videos in a ball gown. That's you. The whole point is for you to be you. And then, practice some techniques, some relaxation techniques. So it could be like an NLP breathing technique. You could do power poses, like the Superwoman power pose, Wonder Woman power pose. You can do tapping for anxiety and calm. So you have a lot of tools. And that's what I have for you today, my friends. Again, click the link here, fionavideo.com/summit to register for the free 3-day summit that happens in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. And you're going to learn a lot from 40 different speakers about everything that can help move your business forward. Everyone has great action steps that you can take, and I've given you some action steps that you can take today to do your video. Your homework, again, if you missed it, it's to record a 15-second video introducing yourself to yourself. You don't even have to post it, but just do it. Like, do it. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. I will see you next week. Bye.